Hello, I'm Kevin Watler, and this is your CMR Daily Buzz. The Cayman Islands government is proposing to reduce the admissible blood alcohol limit for drivers to deter persons from driving under the influence. The proposed traffic amendment bill decreases the limit from 0.1% to 0.07%. The Cayman Islands' current maximum limit of 0.1% is among the most lenient thresholds in the world before one can be charged for driving under the influence. The new proposed limit will put the Cayman Islands ahead of the UK, the US, Canada, and Jamaica, where the legal threshold is 0.08%. The Department of Education Services has released the dates when government schools on all three islands, including primary, secondary, lighthouse school, and the Cayman Islands Further Education, will open for students. All government primary schools are scheduled to reopen for all students on Thursday, August 25th, while all government high schools, including SciFac, are expected to reopen for all students on Tuesday, August 30th. We have posted more detailed information on our website, caymanmallroad.com. Magistrate Hernandez has pointed out severe flaws in local health insurance legislation after she was unable to jail 27-year-old Chriselle Larissa Edwards, who pleaded guilty to insurance fraud in June. Hernandez pointed out she cannot jail the West Bay resident, which she believed was appropriate in the circumstances, and cannot fine her because she has no money, and Edwards will be allowed to continue to obtain a business license under the current laws of the Cayman Islands. The magistrate handed down a 240 hours of community service to be completed over a 12-month period to the mother of three. The Health Insurance Act only provides a fine for employers that do not provide insurance for their workers. In this case, Edwards has gotten away with not paying insurance for over 5 years in what the prosecution described as a relatively sophisticated system. Work requires proof of insurance to be submitted at the time of an application, but no further checks are made for ongoing compliance. Once work permit was approved, she would make no further payments or cancel the insurance policy, and then upon renewal of the work permit, she would approach another health insurance provider to remain undetected. Local shipping companies have put more stringent measures in place after a man in the Cayman Islands left about 50 people stranded with items sent through his company to Jamaica late last year. CMR understands they are now requiring prepayment of shipment freight as a security deposit. This move has forced several rogue shipping agents out of business after it was revealed last month the true magnitude of the problem. Several people contacted CMR to complain about one particular agent who had been giving them the runaround for the past 8 months. Ron Cardoza, trading as Independent Shipping, admitted during a phone call on CMR's The Cold Hard Truth that he had some difficulties with the shipment. However, he sought to place the blame on Seaboard Marine, claiming they had shipped the container to the wrong location. Promoted by his reluctance to answer several questions directly, CMR reached out to Seaboard during the same show and soon discovered that Cardoza was being less than truthful about all the details of the shipment. These situations have left many wondering what the Department of Commerce and Investment is prepared to do to help consumers and whether the Cayman Islands government will begin to implement more significant consumer protection measures. A 33-year-old man from Northside has been charged by the police for burglary. He was arrested on Monday, August 15th. The arrest and charge were in relation to an incident that took place on July 23rd at a residence located off Bordentown Road. It was reported that the Northside man entered the residence and stole a quantity of cash, an electronic device, jewelry, and other personal items. Police continue to look for Luisto Eusebio Hernandez in relation to firearm offenses. He is considered armed and dangerous and should not be approached. If seen, call 911 immediately. The search is still on for two missing men. 53-year-old Noel Paul Manning has been missing since June 24th, and 26-year-old Adrian Williamson has been missing since July 6th. Now you are asked to contact your nearest police station if you see them. Anonymous tips can be provided directly to the RCIPS via their confidential tip line at 949-7777 or via their website. More information on each of these stories can be found at caymanmallroad.com. Now for your CMR weather update, it's brought to you by WG Charters. Sunrise at 6:07. A few clouds will move in from time to time, but there will be plenty of sunshine. The temperature rises to the high 80s, but it will feel much hotter than that. When the high temperature is at 89 degrees Fahrenheit and the relative humidity is at 70%, like the forecast calls for, the temperature will feel around 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, the winds won't help to make it feel cooler. The winds will be east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and then the sun sets at 6:51. At nighttime, the temperature falls to the low 80s. Looking forward, similar weather conditions are expected. Expect an increase in shower activity Friday night and throughout the weekend. It's summertime, so those hot days, warm nights, and scattered showers are very typical for this time of year. CMR weather updates are brought to you by WG Charters. They offer private boat trips for a great price, and we encourage you to support them. Now for some regional and international news. Bahamas Prime Minister Philip Davis has reiterated the need for the developed countries to deal more seriously with the issue of climate change, warning that small island developing states remain vulnerable to disasters linked to the environment. Addressing the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change regional heads of governments meeting, Davis said 3 years ago the Bahamas was hit by a Category 5 hurricane. Hurricane Dorian devastated Abaco and Grand Bahama, ripping up homes, businesses, and schools, shattering families and communities, resulting in the loss of many lives. He warned that there is no country on earth where the impact of climate change cannot be felt. Barbados announced that it is the only English-speaking Caribbean island that will have a direct flight from Amsterdam via the KLM Royal Dutch Airlines. It said after a successful first season of operations in the winter 2021-2022, KLM will resume its flights to Barbados from October 18th and will operate 3 flights weekly into the Caribbean island. Tourism officials said the KLM connection is attractive for passengers from the Netherlands, Germany, France, Italy, and the Nordics. Dubai International Airport saw a surge in passengers over the first half of 2022 as pandemic restrictions eased, and the upcoming FIFA World Cup in Qatar will further boost traffic to the city-state's second airfield, its chief executive said on Wednesday. Paul Griffiths, who oversees the world's busiest airport for international travel, told the Associated Press that the airport handled 160% more traffic over the past 6 months compared to the same period last year, part of an air travel rebound around the world. The nearly 28 million people who traveled through the airport over the past 6 months represent some 70% of the airport's pre-pandemic levels, even as Dubai's key source market of China remains closed due to severe pandemic restrictions. The first World Cup in the Middle East will also send foreign soccer fans flocking to Dubai. American Airlines is once again cutting its flight schedule, slashing 16% or 31,000 flights during November. The airline said the move is in line with its approach to network and schedule planning throughout the year. The largest cuts are between Chicago O'Hare and Dallas-Fort Worth, as well as between Boston and Philadelphia. American is not the only U.S. airline to trim its schedule. United Airlines recently cut its schedule at Newark, New Jersey, and Delta cut its summer schedule early in the season. Airlines have been struggling with flight cancellations and delays this summer as they face staffing shortages, severe weather, and air traffic control delays. That's it for now on the Daily Buzz. Thank you for joining me. Please stay safe and God bless.